Hey folks, welcome back. Tonight we're playing Myth the Wind Age. And we have a new player, Tim. Say hi, Tim.
Hi, Tim.
And Tim, what is the name of your character that you're introducing here?
It will be Brother Ebenezer. He's a cleric.
Oh, nice. Okay. Tim. Okay. And this is for the so I mentioned in the chat in the DMs that there are two parties, that the party split right now, and we have each person has two characters. So this session is going to be the Hope Island party, and then the next session will be the Great Devoid Ruins party. So is your cleric is for the Hope Island party? Is that correct?
Whatever one was for tonight. I got another character in mind for next week.
All right, sounds good.
I forget, who am I playing on the Hope Island?
You are
Is that Mira or
Casper? That's Casper and Veranza, yeah.
Casper and Veranza.
Okay, let me move you guys to Hope Island because I think right now you're on the Great Devoid.
We are.
Actually, I want to put you on the world map because I think that'll make more sense for this. I think I need to add a pog for Tim. Tim, do you have an icon? Looks like you already have a picture.
Yep,
Okay.
Everything's ready. Yep.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Oh,
right. Let me set
looks
up.
like a friar.
Okay.
Love it!
I suppose you probably want to see. Can you see now?
Yes, I can.
Okay, and does your character have a light source?
I did not do much shopping yet, not knowing what to do. So.
Okay, so let's take a look real quick at where you're at. So do you you're using off of the cleric sheet, right? Did you did you go through the gear section of the sheet yet?
Trying to find out where it is on the sheet.
So in the Roll20 sheet, it would be under sub. It's like the second tab at the top. Yep.
I did do some basic shopping, I believe. I got like chainmail, shield, warhammer, dungeon rations, and adventuring gear.
Okay, and it looks like you do have the light cantrips, correct? So for the sake of simplicity, I'm going to give you your light cantrip.
Go for it.
I probably won't notice any difference in this map because there's no shadow, but it is on now. Okay, and then so you are a cleric. Did you make a decision about your deity? I know you've only had a couple of minutes.
Let's go with the Lady of Light to make it simple.
All right.
So he serves civilization is the one he took. So and sacrifice, I believe. Have to find out where it is.
Tell me about that. I'm sorry.
I'm trying to bring up the PDF to remember what they're under. Sorry, still learning the character sheet.
No problem. All right. Which of the
under the deity, you take which one? Choose the deity's domain. I took civilization, and then under under precepts, I took offerings. Basically, he's going to be a poor cleric.
Okay, cool. That makes sense to me. And which basic moves did you, or actually, I think it's spells you choose for the cleric, right? Which spells did you pick as your optional spells?
Spells I picked. I did not select any for. That was another thing I wanted to ask about. How do spells work for a cleric in this? Do I pick?
Yes. So for the standard cleric, the way that it works is that you pick. Let me open up the.
I'm just saying, can I change them, or do I just pick and these are the ones I always have? That would be the question.
Let me actually check what's on the playbook. I won't tell you the wrong thing and then have to change it later.
We've done that many a times.
Yeah.
We learn from experience.
Yep, and
but slowly.
You don't use them, you have to read them.
Okay, Dungeon Royale play sheets. Cleric.
While you guys are going to do that, I forgot to go take my medicine since I was out. I'm going to go grab that real quick.
No problem. Okay, and then let's see. Cast a spell when you unleash a spell granted by your deity. So you roll each time you cast a spell.
Yep.
And then your spell selection. So So it says every time you commune, you gain access to all of your rotes without having to select them or count them toward your allotment. So you, let me see.
I just wanted to make that because it isn't really clear from what I read. That's
Yeah, no, it's not. I thought it was more obvious because the wizard it's very explicitly spelled out, but the cleric it doesn't say. So I think maybe you get access to each spell once or until you fail the roll, is what it seems like. Like,
that'll work for me. Otherwise, if I didn't, because I couldn't really. It says I get one spell per level plus one, so I would have 2 spells. I couldn't figure out how to get the spell.
Okay.
That,
so you get to
that could be from the wizard too, because I'm not familiar with the sheet or the class.
Thank you. Okay, so you get so the total spells. So you choose each time you commune, which would normally be daily.
Yep.
When you're level plus 1. So if you're starting at level 1, so you could have 2 first level spells.
That's what I figured. So I just wanted to make sure. But I could, besides the rotes, whatever they call, so I could use up the 2 spells that I have memorized, for lack of a better, or prayed for. Okay.
Correct. Yeah, and then you can change them if you want when you commune for the day.
Standard cleric for most other systems. Yep. All right. So he's taking 2 pure light wounds.
Okay. Very cool. And then.
No, don't take 2. You want to take 2 separate.
That's right, because I can re-roll and keep rolling if I make it successful.
Okay, it looks like you chose human as your race. I wanted to ask you about that because there's only a couple races listed on the playbook, but there are more options if we want to house roll a.
I was perfectly fine with human.
Okay, sounds good.
I like getting the little extra spell.
All right, cool. Okay. So here's the situation. I'm going to put you on the Lazy Sunday map for a second, so you can see this. You'll be blind for a second until I copy your pug over. Okay. You should be able to see now. Okay, so this is the fishing ship that
I see nothing. I see a black screen.
Did it not copy your?
You like me to drag on me?
Oh, did I? Maybe. You know what? It didn't connect the character to the journal entry. 1 second. I'm
gonna take cure and bless then.
Okay, can you see now?
Does her hair.
Right, that's my. Okay. I can't control. Oh yeah, I can move it. All right, we're good.
Okay, perfect. All right.
By the name slightly.
So just to recap what's going on right now, you guys are on a small island called Hope Island, which is in the North Sea in the northern part of the world map. There is a monastery on the island to Senmara, which is one of the so-called dark gods, although it's not widely known. And there is there's a fishing village that is called Stone Harbor that is on the southern coast of the island. Those are kind of like the main 2 inhabited segments of the island. And a little bit about the world. So you guys are in this dark era that is at the end of a period called the Wolf Age, where undead and creatures of the night have been hunting humanity and the other kind of light-aligned humanoid races to extinction for the past almost 1,000 years. And so, you have these kind of little enclaves of civilization, like you wouldn't think of a fishing village as being a walled city, but Stone Harbor is a walled city for that reason. And basically all the surviving enclaves of civilization are either very well hidden, like, small desert caves and things like that, or they are the remaining walled cities that haven't yet been stormed by the Fallen Lords. The Fallen Lords are like this guy here. He is a leader he's an undead general who was a hero in the previous age. So 1,000 years ago, at the dawn of the Wolf Age, he fought the Fallen Lords of the previous era and defeated them along with the other folks that were alive and sort of heroic characters in that era. And then each 1,000 years, the leveler comes and tries to destroy the world again. And when the leveler comes, he chooses one of the heroes from the previous age as his host, and that hero rises again as a very powerful undead being. And then he raises these other generals that are equally powerful, almost, that fight for him. And so the island that you're on, Hope Island, is currently under siege by one of the Fallen Lords and his armies. And this guy that you're looking at here is the Fallen Lord. He's actually the most recently created Fallen Lord. He is known as, it used to be known as Noble Luth. Now he is Luth, the Hullbreaker. And he was sinking fishing ships and kind of whittling people off one at a time until the party showed up and went out with the fishing ship and sort of fought off a wave of these undead, like snakefish creatures that crawled on the deck of the boat and tried to stab everybody to death. And then he promptly appeared and sunk the boat with a bolt of lightning, or partly was in the process of sinking the boat because it's compartmentalized. He put a big hole in the boat, and the boat limped desperately back to shore, or as close as it could manage. And then I think you guys took a longboat the rest of the way. So the party has squared off with the Fallen Lord, and they've evacuated the village of Stone Harbor, the fishing village, and everybody is now gathered up in the monastery, which is up kind of on top of the mountain at the center of the island. I'm going to flip you guys back to the world map so you can see, because I don't have like a map of the island. So if you look at the top left here, this is the Sea Glass Monastery, which is at the top of the mountain here, and then you can see Stone Harbor. Ahmed's character, Drum Stoker, who's an immolator, is basically raining down fire intermittently all around the island to try to keep these creatures at bay. And you're watching as everybody's holed up in the monastery, and civilians are gathered on the walls looking out to see what's happening out there. And they're watching the village of Stone Harbor burn, and there's this roiling, black storm that is sort of crashing over the whole island and swirling around. And there's this kind of eerie pink glow from the clouds, and you can smell the ash and like burning pitch from the village down below as the fire rains down. And every so often you can look out and you can see individual one or two of these undead creatures will kind of poke their head above water to scout out and see if the rain of fire is going on. So they're out there waiting for you guys. And you guys have to have everybody hold up in this one monastery.
Isn't that they were waiting for it because they thought that two of us were going to be turning?
That's right. Yes, thank you for mentioning that. So
So
these creatures, the party has found out, can inflict a disease when they wound you or bite you or whatever. I think it's a bite or claw. If they basically wound you with anything other than their spear, you can get infected with a flesh-eating disease, which is generally fatal. So you want to try to avoid that, obviously. There's an item known as the mandrake root that can cure that. It's sort of this setting's equivalent of a healing potion, but they're very rare. The party has a limited supply of them.
but I found them
Yes,
as the druid.
yes, you
I
have
did.
a couple of them, as I recall. How many do you have, actually?
I now have 2 left over because we found the 2 that were in. I don't have them because we got the second one from the monastery, but Mira has 2.
Okay. All right, and let's see. So the characters that we have in the last Hope Island party. So there's Varanza, who's kind of like semi-retired. She's the high druid who's protecting the Earth Rune Stones, which is sort of like a sacred artifact of Weird, or the Lady of Light, that controls the element of Earth. Basically, it's the trio of rune stones that she carries with her, that she's sort of in charge of protecting. So she's sort of like a VIP that the party is gathered around, and she tends to stay behind when you guys go on a quest, but she is also very powerful in her own right. This is Veron's. This is V's retired character. Her current character. You want to tell us about Casper?
Casper is, so we did an actual in one of the areas where we were attempting to stop a something from happening. What were we?
Flood.
Yes. And we decided at some point one of the wonderful members of our party opened up a portal to hell.
To be a drain.
That would be the emulator.
Another portal to hell.
Yeah, our
And
second.
it's our second, by the way, Tim. Just letting you know.
I think it was your third actually, but the first one you actually managed to close, so that was okay.
We closed the first one, so this is the second one that is open. Okay.
All right. Bring
During
marshmallows.
we kind of did, but what happened is that a whole bunch of soldiers were trying to climb out of them because they were forced into hell by the other people in their tribe. They basically their tribe just basically went to hell, and there's like a small group of them that were like, we had nothing to do with this, but they got dragged down as well. So Casper is the ghost that climbed out of hell with his companion Narga, which is a ghost cat. And he is an archer, and he is trying to redeem himself to get his soul back onto the mainland. And yes, I did name him Casper the Friendly Ghost. Thank you very much.
Mhm. All right, so that is Casper and Narga. That is your ranger. And then let's go to Eska next. Tell us about Eska.
Eska has only been around for one session. He is one of the Skrael, which are the undead creatures that are surrounding and attacking the village right now. Except he's not undead. He's still alive. He's one of the last, if not the last, and he's just been trying to, in his own way, help the people not be murdered by his undead brethren, but it's not going all that great. And because of them, a lot of people just shy away from him or are outright hostile towards him. He is a bard, and he joined the party last session to try to protect this one fishing village that he keeps coming back to, despite their hostility.
All right, so that's our bard for the current party, and then we have the Ichabod. Unfortunately, had to leave because of a scheduling conflict, so he's not with us anymore. He was our fighter. And then we have Pat. You're playing first mate Yam for this party still, I believe. Is that right?
Yes. Is he the guy with the fishing pole?
Yeah. Well, that was Jonah. He was the junior guy. I think he switched to the senior guy. Unless no, you're right. No, he was the guy with the fishing pole. Let me switch back to that real quick and grab him.
If there's a class.
There you go.
Oh no, not that guy. The one that had the fishing, it, like looks like he's catching something.
That was Jonah, maybe.
I know. I just like this picture better.
Oh, you talking about the dude in the yellow pants?
Yeah, he's
Okay.
like pulling in a big one or something.
Okay, I think that dude actually died, but we could use his bug. It doesn't matter. He's one of the fisher folk from the village.
I think the captain was the one who died.
Yeah, Captain died.
You're right. Sorry, you're right. I thought
Captain died because he tried to hold the boat together, and the lightning kind of basically said, no.
Okay, so Pat, I'd like you, if you don't mind, to roll an actual character for Tal. What class do you want Tal to be? Or you can roll a different character who's a refugee here on the island, whatever you prefer.
I'll be a refugee.
Okay. And while you're working on that, let's talk about Brother Ebenezer's bonds.
Let's see here. Hold on just a second here.
I have a bond for Ebenezer.
Let's do his first, and then we'll.
Okay.
Okay. So, Brother Ebenezer, go through in your bonds section on the PDF version of your playbook. It should have like pre-listed descriptions that have a blank, like blank has insulted my deity. I do not trust them. Is your first bond. So read those 3 bonds or those 4 bonds out, and then we'll see who it makes sense to have which bond. You can have as many or as few bonds as you like, but you probably want to have at least one.
Blank has insulted my deity. I do not trust them. Second one. Blank is good and faithful person. I trust them implicably. Blank is in constant danger. I will keep them safe. And final one is I am working on converting blank to my faith. Oh.
All right.
Well, you're really friendly with blank.
So what do you guys think your characters fit in that setup?
Could you toss me a character sheet?
Oh yeah, sure. 1 second. I'll make you copy of the copy of the extra bond character. Here we go. And then you're playing Tal, right?
Well, I'm just making an empty one.
Oh, that's fine.
So that I can make one. This is a
all players' journals can be edited and controlled by Pat. There you go.
Oh, is that Tal? Okay.
I named it Tal, but you can change it.
Tal's fine.
And this whole time I thought his name was Hal with an H.
Oh, I guess that's my New Jersey accent, I guess. Okay, so do you want to read why don't we go through the bonds one at a time, and then we'll have somebody volunteer. Ebenezer. What was the first one again?
First one. Who's insulted my god?
Okay, which one of you guys insulted Brother Ebenezer's god, Lady of Light?
Did.
Yeah, Casper did?
Casper did, because Casper has been to hell, and basically any of the deities he does not believe in.
Nice, okay.
All right, so I will find the right page to put that.
Yeah, so in the Roll20 version, it's just a blank section. You have to fill in all the text.
Yep, I found her.
Okay.
The second one is blank is good and faithful person. I trust them implicably.
Aska would love for somebody to trust him, but nobody does.
I mean, this could be the one guy. It's up to you.
And what would you have done to earn that trust?
Well, the first thing I did was swim out and drag the longboat back to shore so the rest of the party didn't drown.
Yeah, keep in mind this is keep in mind this is something that you guys that happened in the past of the 2 characters that connected them, not necessarily something going to happen during the course of the adventure.
And it doesn't have to be that one. There's 2 more yet. So blank is in constant danger, and I will keep them safe. That's
That
the
would have
next
been
one.
Ichabod. That would have been Ichabod, but it is no longer Ichabod.
Okay.
Oh no, he was pretty good at hiding under stuff.
You.
And then the final one was I am working on converting someone to my faith who might be not of the faith of the lady.
I'm definitely not of the faith of the lady. I'm probably another one that doesn't believe in gods.
And whom is speaking?
Eska.
Eska, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so you're trying to convert Eska, and then who's that leave? I guess Tal, you're in constant danger.
I mean, he is a refugee.
That's true. Okay, there's one other character that I should mention that's with the group here. You sort of have I won't call him a DMPC, but there's this warrior of the Legion called Phalim who kind of tags along with you guys and helps out occasionally, and mainly just stands there and gets his shield hit by stuff.
Yeah, he's our meat shield.
Yeah, he's
always got our back.
He's from the Legion, and the Legion, pretty much everybody who's like alive, who's human or human adjacent, knows about the Legion. The Legion is sort of like the premier army of the light that fights the undead creatures, the fallen lords, and their thrall. And they're sort of both famous and infamous. There's a lot of sort of urban legends about them. They, kind of will survive on, eating boot leather or things like that. And like they are tough as nails, and sometimes they're just too stubborn to die. And they've been known to achieve Pyrrhic victories in situations when they could have retreated, just so that they don't leave the bodies of their comrades behind to be turned by the fallen lords, that kind of stuff. So they're very sort of brave and gritty, and not really that's the reputation that they have anyway. You probably wouldn't know this individual personally, but he's been traveling with the party for a bit. Okay, and so Brother Ebenezer, there are a couple of human settlements that are sort of existing on the world map here. So if you zoom out a little bit, in the center of the map here is the capital city of the former Caithbruig Empire called Lankerfan. That's sort of like the main bastion of human civilization. We'll get to that. That actually was recently come under siege, but if you're with this party, you would have left before the siege. And then the other major bastion of human civilization is all the way over to the east here on the right side of the map in Gower, which is sort of like a walled farming village, and is recently become famous for successfully defending against creatures known as the Myrkridia, which are like beastmen that serve the fallen lords. So they're sort of the other. They're a little more out there, a little more rural, a little more kind of self-sufficient. They're not really that connected to the Empire, or what used to be the Empire, but that's kind of like the other main human settlement. And then beyond that, there's little enclaves. There's places like the dwarven underground fortress of Myrgard. There's probably a couple humans from there. There might be one or two humans living in Forest Heart, which is where the Ents live, or in the air mine with the Firbolg. Or there were until a couple months ago humans in the 12 Duns, and the 12 Duns was evacuated, and all the people that were living there traveled to Lankerfan, which is the capital city. So of those places, where's your character from, and how did they get here? And then of course there's Hope Island, the monastery I already told you about, and the fishing village.
Well, since he's starting at a low, I might as well just make him right here from the fishing village here at the monastery.
Okay. Have you lived here all your life, or did you move here at some point?
At some point we were my family was refugees and ended up here. And they meant several of them no longer with us, and I joined the monastery to hopefully protect what I could and save those I can.
What happened to your old hometown?
Was overran.
Okay,
by the creatures.
So maybe you were from like a little town near the 12 Duns, something like that, or Norn Pass.
Yep, sounds good.
Norn Pass. Okay, cool. All right, and we figured out all your bonds, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
At least 3 of them. So
okay,
unless I missed one. So. All right. Yeah, I think everything on mine is filled out, and I've selected my spells, so pretty much ready to go.
Okay, so let's launch into it then. So the parties decided to evacuate the island and take everyone to the mainland. The basic problem is this: once you start moving people down to the harbor, the Hullbreaker's sorcerers, which is the sort of individual squad commanders of this army of undead fishmen, are likely to see what's happening, and they'll move their troops in to start killing. Even if you manage to get people to the boats, they're going to be quickly overrun, and the Hullbreaker will probably just sink them. So we'll assume that you guys are able to get the townsfolk like organized and ready to move when you want them to move. Before you can rescue everybody, you're going to have to buy them time and space to board the ships and get afloat. You're going to need a distraction, or you're going to need to challenge the Hullbreaker, smash a hole through his army. Anything you can do to basically keep his attention away from the civilians, because they're not going to be able to outrun the army. Your group is going to have to make some kind of move in order to break the siege that is currently mostly encircling the island.
So
Let me.
can I use Varanza still
Yes.
as a character?
Yes.
Okay. I would like to attempt something. I do not know if it is going to work, but that is the point of this game. So, how far away? Let me see if no, that's not the words I want to use. Is there a dock or a jetty that juts out just far enough to where they are hiding beneath the waves?
Let me. I actually have a whole section on all the terrain, the different parts of the island. So let me read that out to you. That sound
Perfect.
good? Okay. Okay. So a little bit about the terrain of the island. The Sea Glass Monastery is up in the low mountains near the center of the island, looking down on everything. Hope Island is bordered by steep seaside cliffs on the north and east sides. There's a beach that stretches along the southwest shore of the main island, which is where Stone Harbor is, and it's really the only place to moor a whole bunch of ships. So there's jetties that are built out from the beach there, where ships can dock. Although all the ships are burned now, but the jetties themselves, the piers themselves, are made of stone, so they're still there. On the west side of the island, there's a beach that comes up to an old crumbling seawall, so that's like north of Stone Harbor. That's actually also on the map here. This icon here. On the east side of the island, there's a craggy area between the main island and the eastern island, which is here, which is called Hope's End. There are narrow, shallow channels with high waves that are notoriously treacherous to navigate, but some of the local sailors claim they can do it. The eastern island itself is mostly low hills, but it's a little easier to moor on if you can get to the east side. You can cross the channels with a short swim and a mile or so of wading, but there's a strong current. It's a place where local teenagers with delusions of grandeur tend to get themselves killed. The Clockwork Ferry has a kind of mechanical bridge that you can use. And I apologize. Let me mention, by the way, the safety tools real quick. If I say something that's upsetting to you, or if you don't want to show up in the game, if you want to blank that out and move on, there's a thing called the safety deck in Roll20, which basically it's like a deck of cards. You click choose, and then you take one of the cards. Okay, cool. Yeah, so you just be aware of that, and also if somebody else throws a card out there on the table and I don't see it right away, say something out loud because I'm probably looking at my notes or something.
Is that what that thing is? I've been wondering this whole time.
Oh, sorry. That's what it is.
You
so
never told me about the safety deck.
Sorry about that. I apologize.
We're just not worth it, apparently.
No, I did a spiel about it when we had the one party at the Siege of Mirgard way back when.
Oh,
I think when a bunch of people joined the game all at the same time. I guess I didn't mention it since. Okay.
I lost.
Anyway, yeah. So we have that kind of treacherous area in between the two islands there. That theoretically could be forded, or like I said, a short swim and then some wading. And then there's also the Clockwork Ferry. Has a kind of mechanical bridge that you can use to moor and get ashore from some of the rougher parts of the coastline, but it's currently moored in Stone Harbor with all the other ships, which is sort of where the undead are lurking. But if you're able to get access to the ferry, you could pretty much moor it anywhere on the island, more or less, because of the special mechanism that it has. Weather and troops. So just to give you guys some of the other details of the situation, water temperature is around 30 degrees Fahrenheit. So you got small patches of ice in a few places here and there along the shorelines. The Hullbreaker's storm is ebbing a bit, although the sky is still an ominous murky gray, and there's still that glow from the burning village down below. You know that the Hullbreaker's main army is on the west side of the island from Casper's scouting, spread out between Stone Harbor and the seawall. He's got smaller forces to the south and east to watch out for small craft trying to escape. Dram's black flames continue to rain down over the island for the time being, with most of the damage being on the west side of the island. Okay, any questions? So you were asking something specific about the piers. Did that description answer your question?
A little bit. I want to just make sure, you said that the piers are all jutting out, that the ships are all burning that are on those piers or anything. My question would be if I were to say shapeshift, like the good druid that I am, and to stick one appendage on one side of a dock and stick my hand in the other side of the dock, would I be able to do a closed circuit electrical shock around and kill everything that's under the water?
I'm gonna say I don't think electricity propagates underwater quite that way. I mean, like you could definitely kill
huge.
You could destroy a bunch of them. You're not going to destroy a whole army. Put it that way. Like you might get like 3 or 4 guys. I would say.
And how many are we saying that there are?
Hundreds.
And I can only kill 4 of them.
Yeah, I mean in one go. Yeah.
In one go, even though I'm huge.
Yeah, because I mean they're kind of scattered. Like they're all lying along the seabed. You know, like most of them are like 15, 20 feet out into the water. You know, down below the surface. So there's only like a handful of them that are actually up around the pier currently. And that may change, but that's the way that they're arrayed right now.
All right, what I want to do is I want to attempt it to see if maybe we can scare them into thinking that we have more ammunition than we do.
Okay.
So let me pull up Veranza because Veranza was not up.
So right now, just to remind you, so right now the vast majority of them are underwater.
Right. So what I'm doing is I am going to a dock, right?
Okay.
And at that dock on one side, I like facing like east, right? I'm putting in a chimera part. And then on the west side, I'm going to put the other chimera part. And I'm going to just electric eel the shit out of everything under the water to see how many I can kill.
Okay, so you're going to set up on the east side of Stone Harbor, and you're going to try this. So you're heading down to the pier to set that up.
I'm trying to set that up so that we can get the people out of there.
Got it. Okay, so you're gonna try to create a hole in the army and basically hold them off with your electrical power. That's the plan.
Correct.
Okay. What is everybody else doing while Veranza's doing this?
So where's the? We're on the water, on the boat, or
I'm
on
not even
land, or
doing this
where are we?
right.
So right now everybody's at the monastery at the center of the island.
All right.
But Veranza's talking about going down to the east side of Stone Harbor and basically fighting at one of the piers there and destroying a bunch of undead.
I would probably go with her to
Okay.
make sure that she's boosted and has a healer at her back.
All right. I'm gonna reveal my character. I am a young, apparently boy. Let's see. You can drag me out now. Or Tal.
Oh, cool. Okay.
I'll try to make a circle out of it, so there's a circle.
That's fine. Whatever. I'm not that picky.
Okay. Anyways, I've been hiding in the pews, and is the brother Ebenezer? Is this his monastery?
I have a brother here. Yes, it
there you
would
go.
be mine.
Oh wait,
I'm
so
too
extra.
low.
So, anyways, I'm a street kid that you've taken under your thing, and I've been you've been trying to teach me stuff, but I'm barely paying attention. I'm only there for the bread. I'm like a young, waif who's been kind of like living off your generosity.
And the generosity of the church, much like me.
What are you playing? Are you a thief?
Yeah, I'm a thief type. I'm a young. I have latent magic, hedge magic. It does little things like move objects and stuff like that. And
oh, cool. So in order to have magic in this setting, you would either need to have connection to some kind of divinity, like the monastery gives you the power of Sanmara, for example, or you would have to have touched one of the rune stones of Weird. So which one gives you your magic?
I'm going to say it was a touched one.
I was going to say you did it accident. Like your character just was like, la, 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 touch. And it was just like, hey, look.
That's interesting. So there's like dozens of.
I don't know what it is.
Okay.
that I touched. It happened to, but when I was like a small child. Okay.
Okay.
So somehow they found a way to touch a stone. I don't know what it is. So I still don't know. It's like it's minor. The one I picked was force. I can move or throw small objects with an unseen power. So
Oh,
if
that's
there's
super interesting. Okay.
so force, it might be something different. I'm not sure. But
All right.
anyways, objects move around me sometimes.
Okay. So, quick point of order, Brother Ebenezer. So the monks in the monastery here do not worship the Lady of Light. So they'll allow you to pray there, but you wouldn't be one of their clergy members if you worship her.
Okay, who do they worship? Just out of curiosity.
They refer to their deity as the Deep One. You would refer to her as one of the so-called dark gods, and the worship of them used to be forbidden in the Caithbrug Empire, but they've been very lax about that rule since the empire kind of fell apart, and they don't really have the power to enforce that on anybody outside the walls of their city. So it's really like strongly frowned upon in the capital city, but outside of that, their worship is generally permitted. But some people look down upon them for it because they're worshiping, some kind of alternate power that is maybe not entirely aligned with the will of the creator, kind of thing.
Oh, these poor creatures must be taught the way then.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that's the
I'll help you.
Okay.
I'll help you, brother.
And then Tal, let's do your bonds as well.
Okay, just a second here. Let me take a look here. I haven't really filled them in here yet. I owe my life to blank and will repay them in turn. That would be Brother Ebenezer.
Yes, carried the poor waif to the temple to get food.
I can see darkness in X even if they cannot.
Ichabod. Oh wait.
Who do you?
Sorry.
Is Ichabod here?
No.
No, we had to change because Ichabod's schedule changed.
I haven't decided whether I guess he'll exist still as an NPC for the sake of continuity because you guys are all stuck on the island, so he's there,
Okay.
but you can't make a bond with him because he's not a player character.
All right, I will teach X to hunt monsters, and a monster stalks X or blank.
What if I am the monster?
That you actually are in his
I
eyes.
am.
I mean, if he sees you, because you change into electric eels and stuff. I don't know.
I change into chimeras, and that freaks people out, apparently.
You could, if you wanted to, you could also make up your own bonds. You could say like, Veranza. I think Veranza is a monster, or something like that. If you wanted to.
Oh, sure, that sounds good.
Oh, I will take it.
She's like, yeah, put me on that list.
Listen, I had a couple people have the bonds with me going like, what the fuck is she?
I'm really curious about the darkness one. I want to see which party member has hidden darkness in them. Who's it going to be?
I could definitely take that one.
You going?
Okay, interesting.
Good night, Ender.
Tal, what is the darkness that you see in Eska?
And what is Eska?
Eska is the Scrael bard.
Oh, I see the. It's not so much the darkness. It's like everything is like grabbing for Eska. It's like there's Eska's soul is being like swirling darknesses around it, and there's this little shining light in there that's like fighting it off.
Okay, is that something you just feel with your connection with the runestone, or is that okay?
I have this thing where I can like predict movements and of people who are defy their know their thoughts, and stuff like that. So these are kind of like little things. I'm kind of like I guess like a little teen psychic it is, I guess.
Nice. Okay. All right, and then are you happy with your bonds then?
Okay, so that's Ebenezer. I owe my life to. I see in darkness. And what is your character's name? Eska.
And then any of the characters that are in the current party can also form bonds with Ebenezer and Eska if you want to propose something.
That is a next week thing.
Okay.
V started new medication again.
Hope it works.
I hope it works too. It's doing pretty well.
That's good.
till side effects kick in.
No, the old medication were the side effects.
Oh yeah, my wife has severe side. If it says it can have side effects, she's gonna have them twice as bad as they say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
But while you're at it, before we get too much further, I could, if you could create another character sheet, I'll start for my character for
Oh,
next
sure.
week, or I forget, or at least
um,
I'll have a sheet available.
I'm just gonna name it Tim for now, and you can obviously edit it
All right,
so you know which one it is. Okay. There you go.
I'm trying to think of what we can use to undead. Do we got a lot of holy water here? Oil?
We do have a very, 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 very tiny character that likes to burn things with holy sometimes.
Unfortunately, that character is halfway around the world right now.
Yeah, that's really what it is.
I should say halfway around the
Or
known
how
world,
can-
which is a different thing.
Or
Like if you
we-
wanna answer, there's your answers.
Yeah. There are no ships on any place but on the, I think you said the southwest side? Or,
Yeah, so the southwest side is the village. That's normally where all the ships dock. So all of them are right there. A lot of them are burned. The Clockwork Ferry is pretty okay because it's got a lot of metal cladding that's protected it. Some of the ships have escaped the flames. You're not really going to know the full extent of it until you get down there.
I don't know how to run a ship. Do we have enough people here that could help us use the ship?
Yeah, so the villagers will be able to. And there's a Captain Zindel, who volunteers his ship if it's still intact.
Okay. That's the, so we would have to either break through, or I was trying to figure out how we'd create a distraction. If that's where they all are.
Okay, so Franza just wanted to go down there and start using her powers to kill undead.
I just wanted to start going down there and seeing if electricity does its thing.
Right, and then Eska's going with, and then what about Hal and Brother Ebenezer? What are you guys doing?
I would follow along just for sake of seeing what damage is, and maybe if there's anybody down there that needs help or saving. Plus, also, I have to remember that Brother Ebenezer is not real smart, so I can't really suggest a few.
Okay.
Welcome
Hal's-
to our party, where none of us
Hal's
are really that yet.
We'll see what happens. I have a few ideas, but I don't think undead underwater. If they were above water, it would be one thing.
It's tough. I've been like racking my brain for 3 weeks.
I will say
Stick my
that
head under the water with the holy symbol and burn them.
Congratulations! The holy symbols.
So I will say the monastery has a limited supply of their version of holy water, which is very different than what you consider holy water, but it might help. You don't know. They certainly think that it will. Yeah,
Anything
Tal,
that
what were
can
you
be
doing?
offered.
Tal's trying to encourage the Ebenezer to go down and help anyone who might be and possibly fight them if they come on land.
We're going down.
Okay,
Exactly.
so are you tagging along with the party going to Stone Harbor to fight, or are you gonna be doing something
I'm
else?
going wherever. I'm encouraging Ebenezer. Let's go. We can help. Think of the help we can do. These people we can save.
All right. So you guys. So there's
Yeah.
there's a lot of like people freaking out. There's like kids crying and stuff like that in the monastery, and people like actually I'm gonna say a lot of them are quiet. Like they're just like everybody's frightened basically. There's like all these families that are just packed into this little tiny stone structure, and they've got as much stuff as they managed to carry in their hasty evacuation of Stone Harbor with them. And so they're all kind of like getting their things together and getting ready to travel and, making sure all the younger folks have coats and stuff like that. So everybody's like, they're putting all their stuff together. and then there's people hugging each other, and there's a couple arguments here and there. There's a lot of commotion in the monastery suddenly as the party gets ready to depart. But you guys quickly leave that all behind as you head down to the Stone Harbor. Where are you intending for the refugees to launch from? Are you gonna fight your way to Captain Zindel's boat and the Clockwork Ferry and then try to get them on board, or
So I will get them to wherever it is the closest to get us from point A to point B, and then and then get them across.
okay?
Yeah, the biggest thing I think is get to the ferry boat because that's at least metal and will resist some of the stuff that's happening. It seems fire and so forth.
Okay,
And plus, you don't have to get as close. You can just get to any point on shore,
that makes sense.
from what I understood.
And
And
then
also, how far is it from the monastery to the docks, you would say?
I'll say it's like a quarter mile,
So that would be about a 20-minute walk to 30-minute walk.
something like that. Yeah, probably a little bit more because it's steep, but
Well,
yeah,
and
not too bad.
frightened people.
Yeah,
But I'm just thinking how long it would take to get them down there decently and organized, ready to go on.
you're probably for the whole group of refugees, you're probably looking at like a little over an hour.
All right, so what we can do is there a building that is there something halfway between?
There are like little shrines, but there's not a lot of structure. There's like little places along the pathway where there's like cairns and little like alcoves and like kind of statues where you would stop and pray on your way up to the monastery, kind of thing. There's not, and there's like little valleys and stuff where you could take shelter, but there's not like an enclosed structure in between here and the village.
Okay, now that was what I was going to try to. I was thinking, like, how do we, quote unquote, sneak, the villagers from the monastery down back to the village, kind of thing? And
I don't think we're gonna.
Yeah, that's my big problem at this point.
The biggest thing is the creatures, as far as I understand it, the undead are under the water, so they're waiting for us to do something.
So what I'm trying to do is I'm going to shock them with electricity. But it's only to hold them back until we can get the people safe to the other side. It's not to try to kill them.
I just realized, Dram, I forgot to ask what you were doing. Are you with the party fighting as well?
This whole time, and I'm just like, are you still here?
Yeah, I am.
That's my fault. Sorry, I forgot to call on you.
No, it's okay.
Are you joining the party, creating a distraction, or do you have another plan?
I guess creating a distraction.
Okay.
You are a distraction, and I love you for it.
Yep, I'm very distracting when I'm
okay. So you guys make your way down there. The refugees are trailing a couple minutes behind you. There's sort of a trickle of people starting to leave the gate as you make your way down. Are you trying to be more quick getting down there way before the refugees do, or are you trying to be more stealthy? I mean, what's your general approach to getting down there?
More stealthy.
Okay, so somebody give me a defy danger dexterity to kind of guide the group and be stealthy.
I have probably, well, that's Veranza. Casper's dex is 16 and Veranza's dex is 14, so we'll use Casper. Let me get onto the right page again because I am a ding dong.
All right. Okay. So you managed to sneak your adventuring party down to Stone Harbor unnoticed. You guys have some time to look around. You get in close to the village, and some of the structures are still standing because a lot of it is kind of like the original stone construction of the village. Mm-hmm. But there are parts where it's wooded, and all of the wooded parts are burnt out, basically. So you're sort of navigating through this haze of like wispy gray smoke that kind of hangs over the village. And the rain of fire obviously dies down somewhat because Dram doesn't want to set you guys on fire. And there's this kind of you can hear the lapping of the waves against the jetties and the rushing of the wind, and you could smell that ash and that kind of sickly burning tar smell is so thick here. And you just like your eyes kind of play tricks on you. Like it seems like with the smoke drifting through in the darkness, it almost seems like there's shadows moving everywhere here. What are you guys doing?
Crying. Oh wait. Well, I'm moving into my chimera form, so let me roll
Okay.
that. Well, let me roll for my holds. That should be what I do. I have 2 holds. Okay.
Okay, you changed your chimera form. What is your form
Well,
like?
give me 1 moment, please.
Let's actually get kind of a marching order for the party. So have you guys just arrange yourselves at the top of the map here with whoever's on. I'm gonna say Ichabod is escorting the refugees for simplicity's sake. I'm gonna just arrange yourself on the top of the map here, with the leftmost person being in front and the rightmost person being in the back. Vedlim, as always, volunteers to be in front, but he's flexible. Whatever you guys want him to do, he'll do.
I am unable to move my tokens.
Oh, sorry. 1 second. Oh, it's I don't know why when I dragged it off of your journal entry and stuck it on the map, it didn't attach your journal entry to it. It's sort of weird. It is Brother Ebenezer. There you go.
I would take probably second or
Okay, so go ahead and put your pug up here behind Fadleem. And then let's see, Chip's not here. We have Tal there. Oh wait, the other Tal. And then Hilarious is also not here. We don't have a pod for Eska yet, do we?
No.
Okay, let's see. There's
Up
Eska.
there, wait.
Let me attach your character. There you go. So put yourselves in whatever order you guys want. And I guess Casper would be kind of in front because he's the scout sneaking along, making sure everybody's not spotted. You probably want to put him up over on the left.
I would probably be up there with the scout.
Okay. All right. So the front of the party is this way, I'm saying. So so Casper and
Well,
Eska should be up here. Okay, so Eska, we're gonna pick on you. You think you hear something moving along the beach, kind of on the far side of the town. There's this sort of like scraping, clacking sound that echoes through the little alleyways in between the buildings here. Sounds like it's coming from the west.
I would probably assume that it was my dead brethren dragging themselves through the streets, and mention that I hear something and go investigate.
Okay. So if you want to investigate, give me a what is the perception move called? I forget. Sorry.
Discern realities?
Discern realities, thank you.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you creep forward. You kind of like, I'm imagining you're sort of stealthily moving in to get a look. How exactly are you advancing? Like, describe the situation that you're in when something happens, whatever it is that's happening.
In order to be a little more sneaky, I'd probably be really low to the ground, almost like an actual snake going across, from, shadow to shadow. And when I see whatever it is, it's probably going to be right in front of me because I didn't perceive it. Or I didn't perceive it correctly.
Okay. I'm going to say, yeah, you definitely, you kind of like cry out or hiss or whatever it is that Sprayle do when you get surprised as something like bursts out of the. You're kind of like low, like almost crawling through the ruins. I'm imagining, and there's something that like bursts out from the ash right in front of you, and there's this flutter of wings and something disappears up into the air. But you make a noise. What kind of noise do you make?
It's probably like an unholy screech.
Yeah, so you screech as like a raven that was like picking its way through the ruins or possibly trying to hide from the rain of flame. Like takes flight as you kind of stumble over it, and sort of disappears up into the air. And you don't hear that scraping anymore. The sound is gone. What do you guys do?
Damn. Well, I assume the bird wasn't scraping, so I'm still weary.
You notice after a moment that there's kind of a faint bluish reflection on the wall at the end of the alley. I would say you're in an alley that's like just big enough to accommodate a wagon. And you're looking down this row of stone houses with burnt roofs in a couple of cases. And there's like piles of ash from like a market stall in the street that was kind of nestled in the alley here. And you're looking over this pile of ash down towards the end of the row where it opens out into an intersection. And you can see at the intersection, there's this kind of faint blue, eerie light that's like kind of flickering off of the stone walls on the opposite side of the intersection. You can kind of see like the glow of it just sort of coming around the corner just a little bit.
I am going to bring my I think I've got like a harp.
Okay.
And I'm gonna bring it from its carry case on the back to the front just in case. And very slowly crawl against the wall to the end so I can peek around.
Okay, give me another Defy Danger Dex. And what did you roll here?
Defy Danger.
Oh, that was
Dex.
Graham. Just setting up your character, I guess. Okay. Let's see. So you're trying to be sneaky and get a peek around the corner. I'm gonna give you a decision. The party is gonna get discovered because you screamed a minute ago. Are they gonna spot you, or is somebody gonna come around the other way and spot whoever's at the back of the party, which would be Veranza? Which okay, so they spot you. So you sort of peer around the corner, and one of your undead brethren is kind of like I'm gonna say there's one of them kind of just standing in the middle of the street, and it turns its head slowly, and its eerie, empty eyes fix on you, and it raises its trident, and it opens its mouth to emit this kind of rattling semblance of a hiss, but there's not a lot of sound to it. It's just kind of like dry rasping or like a wet rasping clatter, that sort of horrible noise that it makes. And it comes at you with a trident. And you hear in the further down the street as this thing comes at you, there's another one behind it with a different kind of like a almost like a scepter that has some kind of runes on it, and you see the runes glowing to life as it starts to chant in some eldritch tongue. What do you do?
I yell, "They're on land," and reach for my I think I have a rapier.
Okay. You draw your rapier. Sounds like a hack and slash. What is the rest of the party doing when Eska yells, "They're here," and starts drawing his sword?
I will panic for a second and attempt to cause a stone to fall on his enemy.
Okay. Is that a hedge magic? Your natural venturing practitioner magic. When you take this move, choose one hex from the list below, which using the force hex, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And I'm going to create an advantage for him here, so he has a +1 forward.
Okay. Okay, so you're not dealing direct damage. So you're distracting them. So you distract.
Yeah.
Are you focusing on distracting the sorcerer or distracting the foot soldier that's trying to stab him? Okay, so you.
No rock, dust gets in his eyes and stuff like that.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna say that the rock clatters down. It actually hits him. Like doesn't damage him because it doesn't hit with enough force, but it kind of messes up the spell that he's casting. And it just for a second, and he's like struggling to try to control the magic as it like flows around him. Balim yells a battle cry, and he shouts for the light, and he comes charging around the corner next to you, Eska, and slams his shield into this guy that's charging you. As you try to you stab at it with your rapier, you miss. It goes to stab you, and Fadelim stops it with his shield. Brother Ebenezer, what are you doing?
He is preparing his mace and warhammer and shield, and closing the distance upon it also, hoping to smack
okay.
it.
Go ahead and move your.
No.
So I kind of set up like a little. Let me doodle something on the map here. A second.
I see you now. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I forgot. I'm gonna check something here.
You got like a hard corner here, and then this is the intersection. Basically, is what you're dealing with.
Yeah.
So go ahead and move your character, and it's like 2 characters wide. I didn't do a good job of drawing it.
No problem. I'm actually going to change my mind. I'm just reading how that works on this. I am going to attempt to cast a spell, bless spell.
Okay, go for it.
And I am going to go forward, and I believe it is. I'm trying to think of the name of the character there.
Balim.
And I'm going to hit them with a bless. But let's cast my spell first.
So make your spellcasting move.
That's under the main page, right?
Yeah, it should be in your moves.
Spellcast. Yep. There it is.
Okay, you unleash a spell granted to your deity. The spell is cast, but choose one. So you get to choose one of these things. You draw unwelcome attention or put yourself in a spot. GM will tell you how. Your casting distances you from your deity. Take -1 ongoing. Or after you cast it, the spell is revoked. You cannot cast the spell again until you commune and have it granted to you.
I draw attention to myself because but he would have a +1 for going forward then with bless spell.
Okay, so you bless Fadelim, and what does the blessing look like? How does it affect him? Is it like, does it make him glow, or is it kind of, there's some kind of aura? Is there any visible effect? What is it like?
He momentarily lights up with a golden light, and he still seems to shine and sparkle as he moves around, with little glints of like glitter all over him.
Oh god, I get it. Kill it with fire.
Okay. So Fadelim brings down his blessed sword and takes off the arm of this thing, forcing it to drop its trident, or kind of holds the trident awkwardly in its remaining arm for a moment, and then switches to using its claw, and it drops sort of half-heartedly lobs the trident at you, Eska, and you easily deflect it, and then it switches to go after you with its claws. Tal, Duram, and Casper, what are you guys doing?
I am attempting to. I send Narga to see if we can trip up one of them.
Okay.
And then the other one, I'm going to take a shot.
Okay. And Casper.
Let's see.
Casper, since you're kind of like sneaking ahead of the party scouting, I'll give you the option of starting on top of one of these buildings if you want to.
Which building?
The intersection buildings here.
So this is a building. This is a building.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this one has a solid roof, and this one has a solid roof. The other two are burnt out.
All right, then I'm gonna stand on that one.
Okay.
Where am I? Where's my Casper?
Yeah, there. I was
gonna. Narga's like over here somewhere, being like like Narga likes to do. And then I get. Let's see.
I'm giving you a 1-foot green aura just to make it easier to find your pod, because I can never find it either.
Oh, thank you. And then I need Casper, and that is a. Hold on. Nope, they are not dispensable. So now I am going to.
Okay, so if you want to
be a volley because I'm a whatchamacallit.
Okay, and you're volleying at the sorcerer, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So you shoot at an enemy, he's in range. Deal your damage, and then choose one. You deal 2 damage.
And then I'll lose 1 ammo, which is
Okay.
fine
Um,
because I have a
the-
ton of ammo.
Okay. Sorcerer does not have armor. Okay, so you stick an arrow into it, or I guess it's a spectral arrow. So it affects it as if because it's undead. I'll say it affects it as a real arrow would. Although your
Right.
arrows kind of do stuff to living creatures too. But you hit this thing with an arrow. The arrow hits it, but it doesn't do a ton of damage. I'm gonna say it lodges in the creature's rib cage, which could be like a fatal blow for a person, but it doesn't really slow this thing
Right.
down that much.
Okay.
Okay, so you do some damage to it. And there's this kind of crack of bone as like one of its ribs snaps from the impact.
Right.
And then Tal, what are you doing?
So this is a sorcerer.
Yes.
I had to be somewhere where I could see him, so maybe I was just at the corner here or something because I'm
Okay,
small. All right, so he's casting a spell, so I'm going to maybe here next to Ebenezer. That'd be better. Yep. So I'm going to try to wrestle his thing from him. So
Okay.
basically, I'm going to do a.
You're going after the sorcerer, correct? Sorcerer is this one down here.
So I'm using force.
I don't have any more mandrake root to save
Okay.
your ass.
Okay, so you're trying to disarm it remotely, in other words.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes,
got it.
yanking it out of his hand.
Yeah, you easily yank the staff out of its hand as the arrow, as Casper's arrow distracts it momentarily. Its grip loosens and it kind of like shifts its grip on the staff. And at that, you take advantage of that moment and you send the staff flying. Which direction does it fly?
Let's see here. We'll just go like this. Towards us.
Okay.
Because I was grabbing it.
So it lands kind of in the middle of the intersection here, I'm going to say. You yanked it towards you and then Dram and...
Can I lift up my arm and catch it like a bridesmaid?
Oh, sure.
Yes!
If you want to rush into the intersection and grab it, yeah, you can.
Yeah, I just like my arm comes up and I
Okay.
grab the staff.
All right, awesome. Yeah, you run in. You've got a Grail Sorcerer staff now. It has.
You always wanted one.
Yeah. So it can imbue your attacks with lightning power. Essentially, you can use it to deal your damage as lightning damage if you so choose.
Oh, cool! I can become Zuko's sister.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're Azula. Yeah.
Azula.
I can become Azula now.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, Veranza, you're kind of tailing the party because you're being protective of the rune stones. But you see that you hear more creatures coming the opposite way from like the next street over, making their way down the alley towards your position. What do you do?
Go way downtown, walking fast.
I'll move this guy out of the way to avoid confusion here.
Okay, so I am. Where am I?
You're like here. Okay, you're kind of at the previous intersection, and there's
Okay,
guys moving down
so-
the street here.
Yeah, so these guys.
Yeah.
Okay. So I am my beautiful Teostra with the tail of the electric eel and the arms of the apes. And just what Veronica's doing.
Nice. Okay, you rush in and what do you do to this first guy? And roll me your damage.
Can I? And this is gonna sound. I want to be able to like steal his trident and like stab his head.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you can absolutely do that. Deal your damage. I'll give you -1 armor penetration because you're using the trident, which has that property. Okay. 6 damage is almost, so you actually smash his skull open, which again would have been a fatal blow for a person. It does like stagger him. It definitely has impacted him significantly, and he's kind of like struggling to like, he actually reaches one claw up and he's kind of like holding his skull together with one claw as he tries to grab at the trident with the other claw.
Can I use my other hold to hack and slash and just kind of like spin around and see if I can smack it?
Yeah, go for it. The second one is coming around as you do this.
Fuck it.
Okay. So you rip
As
the
I come around and I smack it off of them, with the blunt end of the trident, I then turn around and I go for the other damage, go into the other one. So I guess it's like 2 damage to the one to kill it, and then
nice. Okay, yeah. So you rip this one skull apart, and it topples to the ground. And you round on this one, and you're just stabbing it with a trident, right?
yes.
Okay, so you ram the trident through into its gut, and its rib cage kind of shatters, and it's like squirming, stuck on the end of your trident. The guys in the alley over here, Eska, you've got this thing still bearing down on you, trying to claw you now that it's dropped its trident, and you know the claws are the vector for its disease, so you're very wary of them. What do you do?
I'm going to try to back up a little bit out of its range.
Okay, could be
And huh?
Go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to use my arcane art to bolster Tal.
Okay, so first could be a defy danger dex or strength if you want to like shove it away to. Okay, so you avoid getting stabbed as you back up, and then go ahead and do your arcane art. All right, and you're casting this on Tal. What effect are you giving him?
Plus 1d4 forward to damage.
Nice. Okay, and you're playing the harp, right? So Tal, you. What does it feel like for Tal when you empower him with your arcane art?
Like in Ebenezer, he gives a sermon that I filled with power.
Nice. Okay, so Tal, you're filled with power. What are you doing with that power?
All right, so this guy's around still, and this guy's around.
Yep. This one's not too damaged. This one's damaged and distracted, but not also. Neither of them are too damaged, really. You can also hear fighting behind you.
Oh, I look over.
I just want to save the people.
Where's the fighting over here?
You hear Veranza roaring as she charges into a group of dudes around the corner here on the in the next block over. Or the next, it's like a half block because it's an alleyway.
Well, I'm gonna smash this guy with my. I have a. Let's see, what is it? It is dagger. I guess it's just basically close.
Dagger.
Okay.
I practice with it. I can move it around and stuff like that.
All right. Sounds like a hack and slash.
Yeah. So technically,
he can-
my intelligence with it. So
What's it?
I'm using my intelligence.
Ooh. Okay.
I get one. I get one readiness for that as if I fail.
Okay. This is so for brother Ebenezer, since this is your first time playing, because I didn't mention it before. If you ever fail, which is a 6 or less on your die roll,
Yep.
Make sure you mark an experience point on your sheet for that. I'll probably forget to mention it.
Trucker. Sorry,
I forgot about that. Yeah, I remember that from others playing these games.
Sorry, I
before.
poked myself with a needle, so I kind of almost cursed. I was a good girl.
I
Uh,
just
I have no moral high ground.
just don't bleed over. Yeah.
Don't bloat
when
over
it's-
everything.
Okay, that's good to note on the experience, but whenever I would like to move forward and try to turn these things.
Okay, go for it.
Step forward slightly and attempt to turn them.
Turn undead. You hold your holy symbol aloft. What is your holy symbol?
Good question. Lady of what is it? Lady of Light?
Yeah, so the most common icon of her is like a statue of her, but that's usually like something that you would see in a temple as opposed to something you would carry. There's no real kind of like standard symbol for weird ominous ice. Whatever makes sense to you personally.
I was gonna say a ball gag.
Yeah, a lamp could work.
Oh, that's why I was going with a lamp or some symbol of a lantern would work definitely. Let's go with that.
Okay, so is it like an actual lantern or is it like a little silver like an icon of a lantern?
It's like it's a symbol of a lantern. A 3-dimensional little figurine type he holds up.
Nice. Okay, so you hold up this silver figurine, and I'm imagining as you unleash this turning effect, the light shines forth like almost like a lighthouse beacon from it, and radiates out and reaches these guys. And then, so long as you continue to pray and brandish your holy symbol, no undead may come within reach of you. Aggression breaks the effects, and they're able to act as normal. Intelligent undead may still find ways. So the sorcerer is intelligent. The other guys are not. So the sorcerer will probably still be casting spells at you, but you can prevent this guy from hitting your party in melee, which is very useful because they don't want to get diseased.
And if I move forward, will he move back?
No, that doesn't. It says they can't. It says they can't
long as
come
I
within reach of
continue to
you.
pray.
Yeah, but it doesn't say
That's what I
that
say.
you can't come within reach of them. It's not going to drive them away. I think at a 10 plus, it would drive them away, but it's not the whatever
That's
the
fine.
power is in the line right now. Okay, Dram, what are you doing?
I flicked
Say
the
no
uh,
to commotion.
I flicked the staff like a Zippo to turn it on. You know, like a to turn on the electricity.
Okay, yeah. All right, take an
and
experience
then,
point for that.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you. And then I don't think I can collect any more experience with this character though. Does
Okay,
he?
well, put it to your next
goes
character.
towards something else, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I got a big supply then. But and then my eyes start to glow like Mortal Kombat. You know.
Nice. All right.
Mortal Kombat.
And then if you want to activate the staff and just blast with it, you could use a volley for that.
Oh, good. Okay.
Or if you have you could also use like Zuko style if you wanted instead.
Oh,
Of
bazooka
course I
style.
would.
Oh,
Do I hit it? Let me see.
Okay. So you bend the lightning to your whim. 10 plus. It does as you command. Deal your damage.
Yeah.
I'll say the staff
Yeah,
gives
and
you plus 1 damage.
I cackle like Luke Kwan or whatever the hell his name was. And I just kind
Nice.
of hold my hands out as like arcs of lightning. Just like, I don't move, but the arcs of lightning kind of just go where they go.
Okay.
Ha 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 ha! Oh, that's boo.
Okay.
I guess only
No,
one
but
connect.
you get a plus 1d4.
Oh, that's
I thought that was Tal. You put it on,
They're
no?
all wearing boots.
Wait, yeah, isn't that Tal?
No, this is
no,
Graham.
that's Dram.
Oh, my bad.
Tal tried to stab with your 1d4 and missed, so he still has the d4.
Gotcha, suckers. But
Okay,
yeah,
so you
so
so
I
it
do that. Yeah.
flickers. You're kind of still
They're all
figuring
wearing,
this thing out.
They're all wearing boots. They're all wearing rubber boots and shit.
How is the staff different than you're used to? Like your magic doesn't quite work the same way, so you don't get the full effect from it. What's the difference with it?
Oh, what's the difference with it? I don't know yet.
Fair enough. Okay,
I
so
don't know yet. That's the problem.
you like it doesn't fully activate. Yeah.
I've never used it before. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with it.
Okay,
I
so-
thought the Zippo move would do the trick, but clearly it didn't in this instance.
Nice. Okay.
I
Casper,
will
what are you
need to
doing?
try other things.
I am currently trying to figure out what I can do. I am going to. You said that these over here are burnt out, right?
Yeah. So they're stone walled, so the walls are intact, but the roof is burnt out.
Are there
And
pieces,
the doors are burnt out.
Are there pieces of stone that look like they're about to tumble and fall?
Sure.
Cool. I'm gonna hit one of those and try to see if I can get it. I'm gonna pop over to here.
Okay.
So over to there, and I'm gonna
right.
try to hit one into like this area.
Which area? I didn't see where you pinged. Okay, cool. All right. So let's call that a defy danger dex, I think.
The danger dex. +1. An 8.
Okay, you stumble, hesitate, or flinch. GM will offer you a worse outcome, hard bargain, or ugly choice. I'm gonna say the sorcerer is in the midst of casting the spell. If the stone hits him while he's casting the spell, the magic of the staff is going to detonate, and Narga might get caught in the blast. But if you wait a fraction of a second until he's finished casting the spell, then you could hit him safely with a stone and try to stave his skull in. Are you gonna wait, or are you gonna hit him as soon as you can?
I'm gonna hit him as soon as he can.
Okay.
Narga's been a douchebag recently.
Oh goodness! All right, roll your damage. Or
Quick
actually, no, I'm
question,
gonna.
just because maybe I missed it.
Yeah.
Wasn't his staff yanked out of his hand earlier?
You're right. Sorry, you're right. I apologize. Okay, so let me wreck on that. So what does he do without his staff? He doesn't have the ability to use magic without the staff. I think he is intelligent enough to know that he can't fight the whole party by himself, so he's actually going to withdraw. So where does that leave your knocking stones down? Let me think about that for a second. I'm going to say you knock the stone down. It falls. It hits him as he flees. He gets a huge gash taken out of his rib cage. It deals some damage to him, but he's able to withdraw down the alleyway, and he's going for reinforcements. What do you guys do?
He stammers, and he he explains why he wasn't supposed to be here, and
Yeah.
guys, I don't.
I'm going
He runs
to
away.
send His Royal Majesty, his
Can I catch him with
Astroness,
a lightning bolt?
Narga after him just to kind of tell me what's going on.
Okay, so Darga chases after him, and Drem, you're going to try to hit him.
No, Narga is the name of my actual cat. So I use Narga depending on how nice he's been to me the week prior.
But isn't Narga a snake?
No, Narga is a ghost cat.
Oh,
So Drem, are you throwing lightning at the guy as he flees? Did you say?
you're the snake. That's.
I can be the snake.
I'm gonna calibrate the staff. I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with it. I shake it a little bit, and then I tap it on the ground, and I flick it a little bit more to see if and then I stick my tongue out and close one eye, and I kind of aim it, point at the dude as he runs away,
Okay.
and I try to hit him with just a tiny lick of like a taser to just knock him down.
Okay.
I don't
Yeah.
necessarily want to kill him or whatever. I don't have any particular designs on that, but I do want to figure out what's wrong with the staff and why it's not working.
Okay. Well, yeah. Let's use Zuko off of that again. Yeah. All right. And then deal your damage. Actually, you're not trying to deal damage. You're just trying to knock him.
No,
you're just trying to stun him, right?
I don't
Right.
want to roll it.
Okay. So you arc lightning, and it kind of crashes between the buildings, and it stuns him. And it kind of he falls into a nerveless lump. And at first you think that you've destroyed him, but you see him start to slowly move again after a second.
Yes.
So you stunned him. Let's see. So we got Veranza on the other alleyway here. You've got another guy trying to stab you still. He's pretty badly damaged though. What are you doing?
I have to do my holds again.
Yep.
Until I have too many character sheets. Nice. So that's one hold. So I have two more. Let's hacky slashy. Fuck
Okay.
you.
Do your damage. All right. You handily smash him, leaving the alleyway full of shattered bits of.
And then basically what I do is after I slash him, I find some sort of barrel with liquid in it of some sort. I don't know what it is, but wash my hands.
Nice.
Ew,
Okay.
get it off of my. Oh no! And then I can do that. Just so that I can get it off of me.
Nice. Okay.
And just be like, ah!
Awesome. All right. Yeah. So you shed your form. You get. I'm gonna say you dipped your hands in a vat of pine resin or something, and you're like, what is this?
Yeah.
And you get rid of it. Very cool. So you can sort of rejoin up with the party. Brother Ebenezer, you're up here fighting on the front lines, and Tal, you're up here fighting on the front lines. This thing, since Eska's moved out of reach, and it's kind of staying away from him because of the ward, it's going to go after Fadeleem instead, because Fadeleem is already within its reach, doesn't have to advance to get him. You have a split second to do something if you want to before it stabs him. What do you guys want to do? The two of you. Or actually, the three of you. Eska, you could do something too if you wanted.
Is this creature here?
Yeah, that one.
Oh, I gotta try. What is it I could do with my other things here?
Can I use my arcane art again to boost Phalim?
Yeah.
All right.
Wow.
Okay. So you start the arcane art, but
Easy
it's not
today.
going to be quick enough before the blow comes down. So I'm going to say it'll work,
I've got
but somebody else is going to have to intervene. Go ahead, Brother Ebenezer.
while holding my holy symbol in my left hand up, I'm going to try to smack it with my right hand with my hammer while praying.
Nice.
You go. So that would be
Hack and slash.
Hack and slash. There it is.
Ooh, okay. You're not going to be fast
All right,
enough either.
I get an experience.
You get an
point,
experience
though.
point.
Yeah,
Tal,
so-
do you want to try to do something?
Oh,
Yep, I'm trying again here.
Okay.
I can do it. So I'm going to use my monster hunter, and I'm going to defy their expectations. So I'm going to do power my failure to it. I spend a hold basically. This is source of it, and I hit the thing. So
Nice.
I just rolled damage on it.
Okay, so you're gonna you want to deal damage, or you want to send it flying back before it hits Phalim?
Oh, I'll send it flying back.
Okay, so
I'll
you
use the,
smash it. It hits the opposite wall. I'll let you do half damage to it still.
It just
Does it
does
make sense in
D6.
the circumstance?
It says if I do, I can do a D6. No,
Oh yeah, so you do 2 damage to it. It hits the wall.
That one was Tal though, right? So an extra 1d4.
Yes, yeah, you get the extra D4. That's right, because of the arcane art.
Wow. Okay.
Nice. Okay, and that's full damage. So you deal 6 to it. So that force was way more empowered than you thought it would be. Like if you feel Eska's magic sort of. How does it interact with yours to empower the spell?
Oh, normally my magic doesn't make much noise, but like somehow it added like a sonic effect to it. So it's like it would like, whoop, 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 you know, like a thunder.
Awesome. So yeah, so you get almost like a thunder wave type of thing going. That's awesome. Okay, yeah. So you smash it back against the wall. It sort of crumples halfway and then starts to rise again. Phalim does not wait for it to recover. He goes charging in and he strikes it again with his sword, which is you still have the bless spell up, correct, Brother Ebenezer? I think that lasts for a while, or is it just the next attack? What does the spell say?
I would have to scroll up and take it, read it again. Here, I'll just post it again and see. I don't
listen, that's
recall
what
myself.
90% of the times we have to do.
It's +1 ongoing as long as the battle continues, so he's good. Okay, so he smites it with his glowing sword and finishes it off. He deals the extra little bit of damage that you guys needed because it was already almost smashed. You guys have cleared this squad. You have the sorcerer who's like getting up, scrambling to get away. What do you guys do?
Yes,
Jason.
smack 'em.
Tal's gonna do his gonna try to do hedge. Oh no, what is it? Predict their movements. Let's see. Know their thoughts. What is his? Oh, okay. So I can do that to defend an ally. I can counter them. Okay, so I take a +4. So I'm going to attempt to root his feet to the ground or tail or whatever it is.
Okay, so
So he cannot escape.
using your hedge magic.
I do this.
Okay.
So I'm going to use know their thoughts, get a +4 action on my next thing. So this is
Okay, and you did have a second readiness to spend.
Yep.
Okay.
I started at 2. I got 1 for failing.
Okay.
Rolling a thing. So I have 1 left. So I rolled 11. I didn't even need that.
Nice. Okay, you rooted in place. Somebody want to go up, shoot it, or go up and smash it, or what? Or what do you guys want to do?
I'll move forward. I think I can still move while doing it, right?
Yeah, you can
I
move.
up next to this cat and like pet it.
No, the sorcerer, we gotta like capture him, no?
Up to you guys.
What do you think it's going to
capture
tell
him.
us?
I don't know.
Can you maybe?
Well, he
put
knows
a
how to use the
holy-
staff.
Yeah.
I say, don't run as I float towards him, like, arms out and legs like together, like Dr. Manhattan, Jesus.
Okay,
style.
nice.
With like arcs of lightning coming off of my body.
And then
You know,
everybody runs.
Why don't you-
Yeah,
why don't you
trying
give-
to, like, yeah.
Why don't you give me
Intimidate them or whatever.
a parlay? I'll give you +1 for the glowing staff and the hovering.
No, I have something for this. Hang on. I feel like you said parlay though, yeah.
Yeah. Unless you have a specific move that covers this, that's also
Where
fine.
the fuck is that? I don't think parlay's on my sheet.
It'll be one of the basic moves. It's defy
It was
danger.
just
You can roll
26.
charisma. Yeah.
Roll charisma. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, my charisma sucks. Okay, buddy. You
Okay,
go.
you get a 9 with the +1.
I guess the first one. Right?
Okay. Okay, so you have leverage on them. So it is on a hit you ask for they ask you for something and do it if you make them a promise first. So it will stay in place and not try to flee if you promise not to destroy it.
Oh, fair. I say in my
Okay.
new God
This-
voice because now I have
okay.
the staff.
And this is not so much a verbal negotiation as it's like there's kind of this like body language understanding that like it kind of is like surrendering, don't destroy me, but it's ready to run again if you make a move.
Yeah. No, I like land.
I should say try to run because it's rooted in place.
Yeah, I'm like exactly. But
Yeah.
but yeah, I land like all the lightning comes off and then my eyes stop glowing and I start coughing and like smoke's coming off of me and I'm like, I pat myself down and I say, where were you off to?
Trying to decide whether it can speak. I'm going to say it doesn't speak your language, but Eska, you're the only one that speaks the same language that it speaks.
Oh, you speak
I
I was gonna say I probably
yeah.
do.
Yeah, it's definitely a dead language, or almost a dead language, I guess. So
Yeah, I guess.
it turns to you and it says, "What is this sound that this creature is making? Does it speak?"
Yes, he wishes to know where you were heading.
I must return to my liege.
I translate for everyone.
All right, tell him.
It turns in place. Its tail still rooted in place, and it stretches out a skeletal finger and points westward down into the deep. I mean, he's pointing at the wall of a building, but you know that he's pointing at the ocean.
Send a message to your master.
Well,
Tell him to get the fuck out of here and never come back.
I use more eloquent words, but I translate.
You could
There'll
parlay
be more missiles.
You could parlay if you want to actually get him to relay the message. He doesn't really want to do that, but he will agree to whatever you want so that he can leave.
Well, yeah, no, I know that, but he now goes with a message.
Okay. What promise can he extract from you?
And then I say, I'll give him a promise. I turn on the glowing again and I float, like with the staff and all the arcs of lightning, and I say, I promise you that if you return with reinforcements, they will also die. There's his promise.
Okay. The promise is that it's his promise to ask for an exchange for him delivering your message, right?
Okay, I'm sorry.
So he says,
he's gonna promise.
Return my staff and I will deliver your message.
I have a better one. Return the message or die. And then
I guess
the lightning arc.
that's also leverage. And he says it will be done.
Okay, now and then I go back into my normal form and cough a little bit and like put myself out.
And
lightning.
Tal, are you letting him go?
Get the fuck out of here.
Tal's
Could have just killed him. But you promised, so I cannot kill him.
But also, somebody plant a bug on him, so then we can find out what the leader is, and then do the decapitation strike.
I pick a flea off of him, the little towel, and flick it at him. There, now there's a bug on him.
Tal goes,
Okay.
thanks, I missed that one.
Eska, he turns to you and he says, because he's speaking. Remember, you're translating, so he's speaking to you, even though you're speaking the words that Dram is speaking. So he looks at you, Eska, and he says, "Are you a man of your word?" And the word
am.
"man," of course, means Scrael.
Right.
Then let me go. Tell
What
them
is it that's pinning him down?
it's the force from Tal's head magic.
Yeah, he's just putting
just-
magic on him. He can just turn it
Okay.
off and do the leave when he feels like it. That's on him. If he
I'll
feels
turn to
I look at
Tal.
Brother Ebenezer and say, should I let him go, or should we? These things are monsters. I look
I
over
agree,
at
but he gave his word, and he's a companion. I cannot go back on his word
which
right
one
now.
is
Yeah, I told
Bard.
him.
Casper, I'm going to say, if it's all right with you, that you have strong feelings about what the word of an undead serving a fallen lord is worth.
Yeah, sure.
That's a V. I don't know if you say okay.
I was muted because I was
Oh,
talking
okay.
to people in chat. My fault. Basically, I turn to the brother Ebenezer, and I go, just kill him. I go, he will not. I go, I have dealt with the.
I'm gonna crush him.
Yeah, I go. I said out loud. I basically go, I will never trust the words of an undead ever again.
Ebenezer walks right up and starts smacking him with the pointy end of the hammer in the head until he
Okay.
stops.
So
Dramatic.
So he shouts out something which you guys don't understand as you're smacking him. You deals
Eska
1
is
damage.
just, like,
I said, wait,
trying to
hang on,
push
hang on.
Ebenezer away.
I say,
Okay.
wait. I say,
No,
wait, wait.
we promised.
I say, wait. Hang on. I need to ask him another question. And I say, how do I get the staff to? How do I turn on the full power of the staff?
So Eska, as Tal's coming forward and like hitting him with the force, he's shouting, "I curse you!" And then he stops because Tal stops, and Dram starts talking to him again. And he's very confused for a second. He's getting mixed messages. He says to you, Eska, "I'm getting mixed messages."
Piece of wood. Do I squeeze or like?
I'm very upset with Ebenezer and Tal, and I am like screaming at them that we made a promise and we need to keep it, and how dare they?
And I'm standing off to the side, and I look down at him, and I go, "Do you think that I give two shits? Look at where I am now." I do not.
Everybody's so hard boiled in this party.
I said, I will never trust the word of an undead.
Badelim comes up to you, Eska, and he says, the villagers already think that you're one of them. Don't give them any reason to doubt your intentions. That's my advice. If I were you, that's what I'd do. But you know also that the sorcerer wants to curse you with its dying breath, as it started to do and then stopped because it didn't die.
Next blow will be aimed at his
Hang on,
jaw, so he can't talk.
Hang on. Yeah. Okay. Before you do that, just for his dignity, can I
Yeah.
just I want to give him. I'll give him the staff, and then you break his face, just so he feels like he went out, like a true undead soldier. Question mark?
As he's talking like that, I hit him. Not him, but the undead.
Ooh, I went, but I float away. I float away. I turn on the lights.
I miss.
My face is one of just pain and suffering and sadness, and I quietly say I'm sorry.
To them or to the skeleton?
To the undead.
To the skeleton.
The skeleton is.
I'm sorry.
It says, "I can do naught but obey my master.
I'm sorry.
If you release me, I will return to him and warn him and serve him. But I understand."
Oh. An elevated skeleton undead.
But yeah, the sorcerers are the smart ones.
None of you understood that.
None of us. That's a good point. Was he like chattering or like what? I wonder what that sounded like.
But what you've heard, just meta thing, is like, I understand that you want to trust me, but go fuck yourself because I can't be trusted.
Right,
Well, no,
so
we don't need him.
so
We don't need him.
the Scrael says to Eska, if your group would destroy me, then I would not be destroyed by one of these creatures. I would be destroyed by your hand.
That is what I
Okay.
was thinking.
Well, there's several thousand out there, so you're gonna get really tired.
I don't have any attack spells, so I'm just gonna have to get him with my rapier. While crying, by the way.
How emo?
Can I try
Do
again?
you want like lightning and stuff in the background for emo moment?
So you don't have to roll the hack and slash for a guy that's immobilized and letting you smash him. You do it. You smash him. He dies if that's what your intention is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. How do you end him exactly?
I will remove his head.
Okay. Yeah. So you slice off his head with a rapier, and he topples.
Breaking Benjamin. It's Breaking Benjamin.
Is that what we're naming him? We're naming him.
Okay. This is now
that's the band
Benjamin the
that's
Sorcerer.
We're,
When he
we're
cries
naming
and
him the Broken
there's-
Benjamin now.
Yeah.
Benjamin the
Oh,
Broken. There,
you
he's got a
broke
name now.
Benjamin. You broke Benjamin.
I feel like that should be followed by "you bastards."
You
You
bastard!
killed Benjamin!
Are they still
Um,
killing Kenny on fucking South Park? No, right? He's already...
I assume so. All right. So you guys have secured this intersection. You made a lot of noise doing it. The sorcerer is obviously not going to
have to figure out what to do next week.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Okay. Yeah, we should probably wrap up. So let's do the end of the session move.
Sorry, peeps. I do my 10 o'clock, and I'm like, I have to be at Spravato at 8 in the morning, and I will be high for 2 hours. Sorry.
Okay, so
that doesn't sound like a bad thing. Oh, sorry.
It is not at all, but it's part of my mental health drugs, but I have to be supervised for 2 hours. So
okay.
Let's get through this quickly so you can go to bed or take medication or whatever you got to do. When you reach the end of the session, choose one of your bonds you feel is resolved. Has anybody resolved one of their bonds?
Oh hell no! Everybody still thinks I'm a monster.
Oh, hang on. Let me see. Drab, I think
you're a
mine is chaos. Oh, chaos.
I'm gonna refrain, and you're a follower of the Lady of Light. You can't be a bad person, right? Right?
Mine was spread a dangerous new idea.
Okay, did you spread a dangerous new idea?
Yeah, we went to go kill him.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. Wait,
right,
no, is that okay?
I mean, I feel like you
I'll take
spread the idea of using the lightning staff. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's lightning is dangerous.
And also negotiating with the undead, maybe.
Okay, yeah.
The market experience point for that.
I'll take it.
Has anybody else fulfilled their alignment or drive?
Endanger myself to combat an unnatural threat.
Yeah, you definitely did that.
Yep.
Okay, so where do we find these questions?
So he
just
talks
asks them
about
at the
them.
end.
He asks them at the end.
So
He did post them in chat.
So the thing.
Oh, they're in chat. Okay, that's where they are.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is the end of session questions. The thing I was talking about specifically is your alignment, which would be on your playbook. So when you did in the cleric playbook, you would choose either good, lawful, or evil, depending which one you picked. You would get a different experience goal for your character.
Okay, that's where you're talking. Oh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So pick one of those 3 goals now.
Spur anybody to a significant unplanned decisive decision?
I took law. So.
Okay, so did you endanger yourself following the precepts of your church or god?
Yes, moving forward to try to let's see. Trying to save the civilians. Moving forward, that also putting myself in front of the monster to try to turn them and attack them.
Okay, sounds good. So mark the next speed for that.
And to destroy the undead as I see.
Okay. And Eska, yours was what? Sorry.
Spurring others to significant and unplanned decisive action. I was asking if I did that for anybody.
Yeah, you did. You did that. You just did that at the end with the undead.
Yeah, you did, but you
It was the
made us do the opposite.
No, he didn't just do the opposite, but he spurred us on to action. It just happened to be the opposite action from the one he was suggesting.
Yeah.
I'd say that counts. If you guys are cool with it. I'm not going to experience
Is
point for
that
that.
absurd circular logic for you?
Endanger yourself to combat an unnatural threat. Good.
Yeah, you got that one for sure.
That's normal for, yeah.
Okay, and then so these questions are for everybody now. Did we learn something new and important about the world?
That if they are undead, that they will always listen to their master.
Sorcerers use lightning staffs?
Okay.
No, that these creatures follow.
No, I know that. I was suggesting a second thing that we all
Okay. All right. So
nobody should. Anyone who's following the dead
should not be kept alive.
Okay. All right. So everybody mark one experience point for that. Did we overcome a notable monster or enemy?
Yeah, that was
not.
We murdered the sorcerer. Thank you.
Okay, so everybody mark an experience for that.
I think I have 2 there.
I would say this one was notable because you guys stopped and tried to negotiate with it, but I mean, it's your call.
All right, I'll take it.
All right, and then did we loot a memorable treasure?
No.
Got a staff?
Come on.
All right, so everybody mark an experience point for that. All right, and that is it for tonight, guys. Good game.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Rose.
And another quick question before we all.
Yeah.
Where do I find out when how many experience points for leveling, or where is that?
So it'll be when we do a long rest, you'll get a chance to level, and it'll be your current level plus 7 is the threshold you got to hit.
Oh, okay. So I need
Then
to
you subtract that from your experience, like bank, if you will, and then you get the level, and then whatever remains your experience goes towards the next level.
Right, exactly.
All right. Cool. So I should at least hit second next time then.
Cool. All right.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Bye.
All right, we're going to wrap up the stream there. I want to say thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to follow if you're watching on Twitch, or subscribe. It's free if you're watching on YouTube. Have a good evening, and I'll see you folks next time. Take care.